about 10. Starting now. That's all pinhole.
Today, I want to briefly tell you about two individuals. In the back corner of this cemetery, I found a grave of Richard P. Hodges. In 1969, he was a corporal in the Marines. His platoon attacked a bunker complex, and at the age of 21, he was killed. Corporal Hodges was awarded a Silver Star. On the right side over there of the cemetery, I found a grave of 3293, unknown. All I can tell you about him is he died in the Civil War. These two short stories and about 1.3 million more make up the story of Memorial Day.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to recognize the National Memorial Day Association of Georgia and the Avenue Flags for everything they've done today, Georgia State Defense, and all of the volunteers. This is my first year, and this is just fabulous. I'm happy to be here. I'd like everybody to stand, all of our volunteers. I think some of you are already standing, but if you could kind of wave your arm so we know who you are. Lots of volunteers.
At this place that I stand before you as the daughter of a Vietnam veteran, niece of a Navy veteran, a soldier, a wife of a soldier, and the mother of an airman. Because Memorial Day will always have a special significance to me, and I am truly honored and humbled to provide this year's reflections. Because in my family we have always donned the uniform, I've grown accustomed, and even today, to hearing the powerful words when I go through airports, hotels, lobbies, restaurants, and many other places from ordinary, hardworking people, and they say, "Thank you for your service," or "Thank you for serving our country," or "Thank you for protecting our freedoms."
Memorial Day is a day dedicated to remembering those who gave their lives for our country. The American Legion is an appropriate organization to honor today because one of the requirements for membership is having served honorably in one of the armed forces during a time of war. These are men and women who not only believed in America, but were willing to serve their country during a time of peril, and in some cases, had circumstances been a little different, we could be here today remembering them instead of their comrades. But they lived on and have chosen to be part of a great organization that is not only dedicated to helping other veterans, but is committed to helping our country through a variety of youth initiatives, programs that advocate patriotism and honor, and actions promoting a strong national security.
General Honore has also been awarded the Bronze Star Medal and a host of other service awards medals for his service in Southwest Asia, Korea, Kuwait, and Saudi Arabia.
We were born free by accident, based on where our parents were. But for the sacrifice of these, the second word she had in this little poem, that to live free is a privilege that's paid for and has been paid for every generation, for those who serve in uniform, who have kept this country free. The third part of this little poem says to die free is an obligation that we leave to each generation. To die free is an obligation. About 2 years ago, I was walking through the Atlanta airport. I was still in uniform, and an elderly lady walked up to me, pulled on my arm, and said, "I want to thank you for your service." And she took a good look and she said, "You're a little old to still be in uniform, aren't you?" She said, "I want to thank you." And I said, "You know what, ma'am? The best way you can thank me is to go home and encourage that grandchild of yours to serve his country, preferably in uniform." And she looked back at me rather defensively and said, "Well, you know, he is graduating from college this year, but he wanted to go to school up north and get an MBA because he wanted to be a millionaire by the time he's 30. And I shot right back at her and I said, "Well, who's going to defend him? Who's going to defend him?"
They will be escorted by JROTC and U.S. Naval Sea Cadet. The second wreath is presented by the Pythagoras Lodge, number 41, Atlanta chapter, Judith Young and Joyce Patton. Daughters of the American Revolution, Augustine Clayton chapter, Janet Stovall Shearling, first Vice Regent. Daughters of the American Revolution, Baron DeKalb chapter, Diane Guest. Daughters of the American Revolution, Fielding Lewis chapter, Ann Martin. Daughters of the American Revolution, Martha Stewart Bullock chapter, Marguerite Dial, Senior Vice President. Children of the Confederacy, Julia Jackson, number 1, Peyton Sammons. Jewish War Veterans, Post number 112, Joseph W. Prout. Dr. Linda O. Harvey.
Hey, don't hesitate. It's one of the best experiences. I'm an ROTC graduate. It gave me opportunity to learn leadership, to practice leadership, and to be in leadership positions. And look, I have 2 sons. One's in Iraq on his 2nd tour, and the other one's in ROTC at North Georgia College. So I believe they ought to serve. If they're not in uniform, they ought to serve in some type of a civilian corps. We've got a country that people need to stay connected with what made this country. Generations of people serving in public service and in uniform.